Hi, welcome. And good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depends upon the time zone. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Today, we're continuing that session on a glossary, digital marketing glossary. Yesterday, we could not finish, and we continue with that session. And we also do today Instagram, a pending topic, as well as a Pinterest. So that's a major topic. And tomorrow, we have a blog and other stuff. So we will try to finish before 21st. That is when before our championship announcement date, we'll finish all this aspect on it. Okay. So thank you once again for joining in on time. I'll connect you to the PowerPoint at the earliest. So then we'll start discussing about the glossary at the first. Then we'll continue with the other topic. Okay. Once again, officially, I welcome everyone to the 89th day of our championship program. Today we'll continue with the glossary of this. Today. October 18th, Sunday, 6 p.m. I'm live from Doha, Qatar. So today we continue where we stopped. Basically, on a plan of action. Yesterday we went up to the plan of action. So glossary. So we are continuing with the digital mastery, digital marketing glossary aspect, and we alphabetical order we are going. So those who not joined yesterday, so please refer yesterday's videos. On the webinar recordings, you'll have an entire idea to starting from A to still various around 100 plus and 125 matters or points we discussed yesterday up to the P level. Let's say today we have a plan of action. So when we say in the digital marketing perspective or digital marketing aspects, we use two terminologies very often, something called SMART. That's the goal setting methods. Another one called VM-GOSA. VM-GOSA is basically vision, mission, goals, objective, action. Sorry, strategies and action. So our plan of action. Action comes there. So both the cases, we have an action plan here. So plan of action is the thing which we are discussing in detail in the digital marketing aspect. So what exactly the plan of action? So a plan of action will have a clear roadmap how the tactics and methods we are going to do. For anything, for example, for an email marketing strategy, we'll say what is the first email, what is subject line, and what are the call to action for that. And when the call to action, we get a result like this, what is the next action? Then what is the third action, fourth action? Like that, we have a clear-cut roadmap will be there, day 1 to number of days of the campaign which we are doing. So this is called plan of action. So when we say every time when we do a campaign, on anything on an email marketing or a social media or a instant messages or any display advertisement campaign or even a complete CPC advertisement, whatever we're planning to do, we need to follow a plan of action. The plan of action should be part of the campaign. So with just putting it, okay, this is a campaign. So what are the things we supposed to do that we need to have? So for everything, if you have staff members, or you have a partners or your friends or your spouse, you are including the business. So you need to know the specify who does what are the activities. Then there is a time frame, which time frame we do this one. And there is a budget and resources. All the things is important point to implement this one. Now, so this plan of action, every time any social media can only succeed based on these actions, right? Based on the plans we implement there. Okay, that's a very, very important aspect. Now, real-time bidding. So we'll go to the next point. So something called real-time bidding. So what is a real-time bidding? Real-time bidding is basically a technology allows us an advertiser. When we plan to advertise, we can actually bid for the price, whatever the price is available. Whoever is giving the best price, the Google or Facebook, like a platform, allow you to bid for the price, and you can choose the price within your budget, or sometimes you get a good deal as well because based on a bidding is happening. So this is called a real-time bidding. So you can do Google AdWords, you can do real bidding, Facebook, you can do real-time bidding, and there are so many other ad networks will also allow you to do a real-time bidding. So real-time bidding, you can actually take the the best price to start doing it. Okay. Now, remarketing or a retargeting. This is a very, very commonly non-factors, which is especially in a CPC campaign. especially in our online marketing campaigns, we need to incorporate the remarketing. Those who are not familiar with remarketing is nothing but if someone come to the website and or your web pages or your blog or your social media or your email or your WhatsApp messages or the text messages, some way once they visited your website or any other communications to the consumer where they expressed or they indirectly or directly shown their interest, then you show them again and again the advertisement to them back. This is all of you experience when you went to Amazon to buy something, but you did not buy, but still that advertisement follow you. Same product will follow you in a YouTube, follow you in a Wikipedia, follow you in a Instagram. This is called a real time. When you're doing a remarketing aspects. So the remarketing is a very, very important point, and remarketing you will get a very high rate of conversions. So you must do both. Remarketing is a Google language and the retargeting is a Facebook language. Both we need to utilize. And one of the things, whenever you do CPC campaign or a display network campaign or any other campaign through these platforms with the Google Ad Network or a GDN or a Google Display Network or a Facebook network, we must use the retargeting and remarketing aspects. Okay. So this is basically sometime those who visited your mobile device or laptop or your any other device based on that, you can actually target to reach out to them. Okay. Another one is called scheduling. So what exactly when we say scheduling? So after the scheduling, various social media things, we can decide when to post to be boosted, when to send an email. So pre-scheduling is a very common activity in the campaign. So it's not that on a daily basis we can actually schedule to go on mails on a particular time, schedule to go some kind of a campaign on a particular date and time, what exactly we do. Okay. So this is basically you can use various tools on a Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and everywhere actually we have various kinds of tools to use this, and I recommend you to do this scheduling aspect as well. Now, something called search engine marketing. So we discussed actually search engine marketing yesterday. So what exactly is search engine marketing? Instead of doing an SEO, you pay for every ad to show your result in search engine. That is when you search in Google, the top 10 result is organic result, but in the right side or on the top level, Google give you various other advertisements. So that's called search engine marketing, which we pay for that money for it. Okay. And when the people click there, we pay the money. There is something called impression or something called CPC. So there is an impression based, there is a payment. As also same time, the click based, there's a payment. So CPM and CPC, both is applicable here. Of course, we discussed about SEO, search engine optimization. You are putting in an organized way method of getting an organic result without paying to the Google or any other search engine. Organically, they show the result. This is called search engine optimization. It's a fantastic method to generate a revenue. Okay. Then there's social bookmark. As in a social media bookmark is usually an aggregation through a public access. You do that one, right? Then social media. So all of you know social media. We discussed in detail what exactly we meant is a social media here. Then what exactly social media marketing? Social media marketing is basically a process of gaining traffic or the attention through an engagement of social media sites or social media networking. Okay. So what exactly social networking? So a web-based platform that allows the users to construct a personal and a professional profile which they share news and data, communicate with others users. Now here is, remember the social media earlier when we discussed, we differentiated social networking, instant messages, there's a blog, microblog, and streaming videos, and Wikipedias, and SlideShare, all the things which consider, even a Quora, all the things we consider, forums, etc., we consider as a part of a social media. But social networking, which we limited to only the social networking site like a Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn or a Twitter, right? So we limited that one. So that exactly we are talking about as a social networking. Yeah. Now, when we say what is targeting, so targeting is basically a particular targeted client. We want to target somebody who is going to buy the product from us based on a demographics, on psychographics, or a behavior, or a contextual, or a geography. We target them to reach out something. So you need to target the potential customers to show your advertisement. So who are your target? People ask you who are your target customers. It means to whom you are targeting on it. Okay, that's an important point. So targeting is the who's your target audience. This is one of the questions. Usually the expert, the moment you interact with the expert, that is the point. Okay. Then this called a cheat. So all of you know what is cheat, right? So usually called as from a message sent from a cheater is called as a cheat, right? This is a unique user. This in your platform you always see, especially those who are an affiliate platform, you can see there's a unique user. So a unique user is basically, and the user and unique user is slightly different when you define in the platform based. A unique, we discussed yesterday, that is what is unique user and multiple visitors, right? So page views, when we discuss about that, also discuss about this multiple page views, consider as even a person to come back to different pages is also counted in there. But in the unique user is a unique device like a computer or a laptop or a mobile phone coming to the website. That is measured as a unique user. Now, a unique user might come to the multiple time to the website, but only you. So, for example, with my laptop, I come to your website 10 times. Only I'm one user, one unique user, but I can come into your website 10 times. So, some 10 visitors, and I'm only one unique visitor. So, now if I use my device to come to your websites, so it's also counted as a second visitor, second unique visitor. Now you use another visitor, so it does not mean a unique user is a three different individual. It can be one person as well. So basically, the website count is based on a device, based on IP. It comes to the website. Okay, yeah. Now unique visitors are the same as I mentioned. So now the number of unduplicated counted only once visitors to a website over the course of a specified time period. So here is again a visitor like a user. It's a visitor here. Now usually user term is usually used somebody log in with the user IDs and use password. Usually that way. But in the other case, sometimes the login will not be there. That way it be used on it. Okay. Then there's something called URL. So what exactly URL? Uniform Resource Locator. It's a slightly different from domain name. So usually the domain name is end with the .com. Here a URL you give a slash, like sometime adm.qa / championship. So this is another URL, right? So URL and domain. You grow with that. The moment someone asks you a URL, you need to copy and paste, give the complete URL, not just give them adm.qa alone. So whichever the page your landing page. For example, you are accessing the premium access of your videos, where you should have a complete of your URL there. So you can directly access to the landing page of the phone. Right? For example, if I'm keep giving you an adm.qa, many people ask a doubt, how do I access the recorded video? So recorded video, you can actually send them directly a link. If they have an access, you can directly access on the URL. They're not necessary to go through homepage, then go to the area that's not recorded. Directly go and log in and see that one. So it's called URL. So many times the people who are working with you will ask you about send me the URL. You need to copy and paste complete domain name. So a complete URL, not just a domain name. Okay, so remember this point. So basically URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. Okay. Now the last one is visit. So what exactly a visit means? A total number of times that user engage in a single person activity with less than 30 minutes is between request to content is usually considered as a visit. Okay. So it is basically sometimes 30 minutes is not valid. Some cases we also heard different strategies to choose the thing. But it's 30 minutes is the time usually people consider a person come to the website and take a decision and leave it. So that's a time which is basically someone come their activity, stay back to purchase something, to avail something. Usually that's a time, the maximum of time we expected someone to take a decision is sort of single purchase or a multiple purchase, depends upon that one. Okay. So it's a new visit occurs when the gap between a request and it's a list is 30 minutes between. So again, another thing, if someone comes to now and then immediately come back again, maybe because of the net connection, etc., that may not be considered a visit. Maybe after 30 minutes later, he come back again, that also considers a visit part. Okay. Okay, so these are the glossary part. Yesterday we could not finish because of time, so we completed now glossary part. I believe it was very helpful, and it's very important for you to use in the championship period. Now we'll go to the social media mastery aspect today. Of the day 4, because the 3 days we completed on social media, various things. We completed our initial part of the social media objectives. Then we also covered the social media marketing. Then we covered social media management and social media team. And we also covered Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And now we also discussed about the Instagram, certain extent. Now, a few points on Instagram was pending and Pinterest is pending. So I'm looking forward today. We will complete both today, the Instagram and Pinterest. So one day we spent on a YouTube completely, then we started Instagram, right? Now, the 14th point, we completed a 13th point. I'm continuing from that continuation of the things which you are doing from the last Wednesday. So now, if you're not attended the last Wednesday, can you go through the recordings and watch? Now I'm continuing with the 14th one. Post at the right times. So this one is the last time we just discussed, then we did not have time to discuss. So the right time is basically based on your industry changes, based on your market it changes. So I'm going to share with you some time span, which is experts and surveys conducted, and they shared the idea. But it's not necessary all the market the same, which I'm going to share with you mostly in North American market, because we have been focusing more on OSM sales there. So we'll be focusing on that one. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, it is the best time to post Instagram. So based on your industry, it changes. Now, many people say it's nothing like that, but it's actually true. There is a survey conducted, a huge difference between the response once you get it. So you need to do a kind of a research about your target market, target audience, the industry, where to do. And examples I'll give you for just an example purpose, because I'm sharing with you North American market. As you know, on OSM, many people have chosen, and in fact, we are actually recommended to take a US market and a Canadian market. So in that market, when one of the survey they conducted in 11 different industries, and it is an amazing statistics they came out when they got the response based on a response they got, and they came out with the best time to post. Okay. But actually, Instagram feeds are no longer chronological, but that's a human behavior it's found. Okay. So it is actually some of the analyze. You can take it that, for example, travel and tourism. So 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Friday, it has a fantastic effect. And media and entertainment, like the Thursday, 12 to 3 p.m. it's an amazing effect they found. And food and beverages on Friday, 12 p.m. And retail, it's like especially e-commerce retail. We're talking about Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays, good one. And professional services, so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. is the right time to post it. Non-profit is on Tuesday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Non-retail e-commerce is Thursday, 4 to 9 p.m. Now, pharma and healthcare is a Wednesday and Sunday. It's a 9 a.m. And personal care Thursday and Friday, 1 or 2 or 3 p.m. And technology Monday and Tuesday for 2 p.m. And education 4 or 5 p.m. on Thursdays. So these are the statistics. Now, if you ask me how they derived based on studying about around 350,000 actions. So there's maybe some kind of a human behavior will be that nothing to do with Instagram algorithm. It is basically the more number of people active that time. That's the reason. Maybe for that particular industry has a different idea. So you may follow this, nothing to lose it, because if you are into this industry, think about it. Same kind of statistics for the market you wanted, you can actually get from Instagram. So you can actually choose that the time to promote. Sometime at 8 p.m. you can see in between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Depends upon the time, depends on your market, depends upon the target audience. You will have a different different response coming in. You may choose to do this one. Okay. Now, next 15th activity is a try and influencer partnership. So this we discussed. Instagram is one of the best platform for influencer like Instagram and YouTube. We discussed this point. So when you look at influencer partnership, you can do something called to get a credibility to boost up your channel. It will be really help you. And many of the, when you look at North American market, around 19% of the American actually, because of the influencers, they are at least to some kind of recommendation and purchases. Okay. Now you can also do something called an Instagram takeover, and it's a good one when you do for a influencer marketing. On a weekends you can do it's a special event. It's a promotion. Like if you have an event, you can say announce this then so and so date it's happening, and promote as your stories, etc. And which gives you good impact to reach out the more number of people as well. So make sure that you follow this 15 things with us. Okay, so this is the pending aspect of the Instagram. So now we move on to the Pinterest. So Pinterest, one of the things which I notice, and many people are not really giving a value. And 2 points of view, Pinterest is very important. If you are doing an e-commerce retail, Pinterest is a very important part, number one. Number two, Pinterest also has a good impact on a search engine optimization. When you search on something on a products with a long tail, you can always get a Pinterest is one of the answers. And especially the people choose the image, immediately go to their Pinterest image, and it has a URL. And Pinterest is allows to URL, and not like Instagram and Facebook. Even affiliate link actually you can promote through Pinterest, but other needs they have a reservation. YouTube is also allowed, but Facebook, like they don't usually, your affiliate link they don't allow you to do. So that you can only do a website, right? So Pinterest is in that way, it's a very important part. And now actually when you look at it, is in the last year itself around 322 million monthly active users Pinterest has it. Now it may not be a comparison with Facebook and other things, may not be that interesting, but make sure that is that 322 million also. It's a quite important number of customers. Plus, it has a good growth as well. Now, as I mentioned, once they cross the 300 million monthly active users, and advertisers and the brands and enterprises started giving a good importance for the Pinterest activities as well. So when another important part when you look at it is the Pinterest part, based on when you decide you target or you define your customers, that's the right word, define your customers, and your customers mostly are women, then Pinterest has to be there for you to do promotions, and you must have a Pinterest. So usually, the platform, gender is more in demographics, and it's predominantly female. I don't know how many of you noticed this one. And it's not small difference. When you look at it, is 7 out of every 10 Pinterest users are female. So if you're planning to target something on a women-oriented product, so your niches or more your demographic and psychographic, say, or your gender, you say more is a female, then Pinterest is your platform. You need to do that one. So 70% of them, more on female uses the Pinterest. So we must utilize this, one. So that's the reason many of the e-commerce owners always on a Pinterest to do promotion. That's one of the reason you also see major search engine result for the niche website come from Pinterest result. You can try with every long tail keyword. When you search on a long tail keyword, it's always land in a Pinterest one, especially an image, and it will be connected directly to the different website as well. So when you're marketing on a Pinterest, you'll have various strategies and various stages, different stages of the marketing you need to go through. And you'll have as work with a kind of a pin board, and it's a very interesting thing to see various pins. And as you know, that's a visual and content together. So it gives you a lot of important for to communicate with them through various pins. So we have over 200 billion pins already saved, 200 billion communication already saved. So with a total of 300 million Pinterest users, an average, it means the 200, when you take it approximately, you can see a person has a 667 pins. So it is a good number of communication, people are interaction happening, engagement is happening. We never forget this aspect on it, okay? So it is more than 2 billion text-based and guided searches are also happening through Pinterest every month. So it's all a significant numbers for you we need to look into various kinds of various kinds of Pinterest activities. Okay. So what exactly the Pinterest? Pinterest is a social media platform which users explore, share, and store visual content, inspiring, helpful, entertaining. So a very good, interesting part is actually to come with a visual, and people really connecting with the Pinterest aspect. So the users add or pin their chosen content with a common theme. So that's a very important thing, and theme based it works on. It's very creative way the social media platform work. Those who are working with those who are with the Pinterest, you know how interesting it is, right? And people also discover related their interest, and people actually always the people are related interest is usually automatically connected, and the algorithm work very well, which is actually a niche marketer. If you are promoting through a niche part in e-commerce, it really works well. And if you are not yet open the Pinterest, I noticed that given the 6 platform or the 7 platforms to open, we notice that most of you not yet to open the Pinterest. So make sure that is you follow this process. So once you sign up, as in the Pinterest, like any other social networking, you can go and sign up. You can begin sharing content. There was social media marketing, and you can start putting a lot of content there. So when you start sharing it, there is when you're creating an account itself, there is a business account and a personal account, and the business account has a huge number of additional access. So please don't leave that opportunity. So open a business account. So choosing a business account will allow you to access the Pinterest analytics. Especially yesterday we discussed with analytics. It's very important, and few other features like a search tool they'll give you. There's a native AD player, and you can also run a Pinterest ad. So business account is the account you should be opening about the Pinterest as well. So please never forget that Pinterest to open a business account. And we can also use Pinterest marketing in a very well. As I mentioned, it is Pinterest is really good for e-commerce companies, especially the niche marketing companies, and people do sell many products and services through Pinterest. Okay, so first, the most important part, distribution of your content. So various communication what you wanted to promote, and you can have a multiple content on a Pinterest you can do. And the good thing about you can do, as Mia mentioned, is a visual, and your keyword content can be there. And you can, same thing like an IDA rule, actually you can follow in this one. And in IDA, with this content you can use for attention, not the heading. With the image itself, you can grab the attention. So that's the reason it's a image with content. It makes a fantastic impression for the people to come and take your products, come to your website, looking at your products and services. So important to communicate the content, distribute content. It means basically you're communicating the content part. And as I mentioned, the 85% of the pin is search for visual content. So that's the reason you need to have more visual and part of that. Okay. So it's basically all type of content, including written blog content. You can actually have it on a Pinterest part. So you can, many of the restrictions on Instagram is not applicable in Pinterest. You can have a click through live links you can have there. And you can also share a content on a boards. That's a Pinterest boards you can have. And you can also have all your pins and distribute your content for your followers, and they can explore every time. They can come back and see your various kinds of work boards. Like any other interesting social media post, you can actually see the pins and the boards here. So you can also have many boards as much as you want. There is no limit of having a number of boards. You can have multiple boards, and not multiple, so many boards you can have. And you can also organize the themes and ideas and plan an inspiration to make easy for audience to find content they are looking for. But so especially you need to communicate with a more specific way, so that interested people, targeted people can actually reach out your content part. Okay. Now you can, like any other Facebook group and WhatsApp group, you can also have a group board. So particular group of people can would like to make a group board together and do. That's an interesting activities you can do. Okay. So get the great way to increase engagement and interaction for your profile through the in Pinterest you can achieve. Another thing is actually Pinterest activity which we should do is building a community, especially our target audience. You can actually target creating a community based on the niche you have. For example, you're promoting something like maybe organic farming, on maybe that or people believe in organic farming. You can do something. You have a diet part, so health and fitness you have, or maybe you have a business and finances. So someone who invests in forex or a trading. So that's your affiliate program, or maybe a niche you're doing. You can choose that to build like a community in the Pinterest. And these communities, like-minded people, actually, for a business's purpose, lot of information and tips, other advices, and sharing, like a forum also you can use. So with the Pinterest community, you can count on your followers and fans to interact with your boards. It's an important thing, and consume your content and make their way to your website as well. Now, there is actually driving traffic. There is Pinterest has a slightly different process compared to other social media network. So now, first of all, to understand, there is a 335 million people over there. So there is a possibility any one of them to connect to our website, right? So you can create an interaction with an engaging users by promoting various activities. So one of the things that we discussed about creating a loyal community, and they also may become your consumer as well, right? So that's a part you need to take care. Now, so you need to build your Pinterest followings. So it's you can search and add specific friends while the name like a Facebook account, another identifying. You can actually search and you can connect with them. And this is a time consuming. I agree that is, but actually you can actually grow. So it's a really grow with us. And instead of what do you do? Another method you can do is the followers on Pinterest, you can reach out to promote various products and services, and which you can actually share the link as well. Now, promote your Pinterest account via other social media networks also you can promote. Instead of you're doing, you can actually put other promotion and link with that. For example, follow your accounts. Through years, YouTube we can promote, that we can do. And follow accounts you believe in and follow you back, that also do that. And whatever your competitors are doing, you can also look into that and what the techniques they're using. So that's another way, as we discussed, the modeling principle. So modeling principle not only applicable as we did to do setup of the business, even social media activities when you do. And it is a very important part to have it. It's okay. And keywords and hashtag is another interesting thing in the Pinterest. And you can ask influencers to repost some of your content and get that. So if you are going for influencer marketing, that's one of the methods you should do. And pay for a Pinterest ads account to run ads on the platform, like a Facebook and Insta we can do. We can also do a Pinterest ad, and it's really good. Usually Pinterest ads are comparatively cheaper price, and it's usually give for an e-commerce website a good conversion as well. Now, you can also drive a website traffic and boost online sales. So you can have to get a traffic to the website, like many other websites will not, website you want a traffic, actually get the traffic through the Pinterest to your website. And also there are a lot of widgets. Pinterest will give you where in your website itself, you can actually have so many like plugins which we discussed. We can have a Pinterest widgets connected to your blog, connected to your website, and where you can also have an interaction there. So Pinterest, unlike Instagram, actually you usually allow to to another website. Basically, Instagram and Facebook don't allow, but here this Pinterest will allow that. Now, we'll also written and visual content, and users can put that from your website itself. So that's another additional good thing about Pinterest for you to have it as. Sometimes like Instagram don't allow, but this you have the widget to use that one. So this is a very good one to increase your boost your online sales. So if you do this one, actually you can see the direct impact in the sales happening. So that's the reason we should use this feature regularly. This is one of the things which we will implement now during the championship. So make sure that is, you have Pinterest business account ready with an audience. So many brands use Pinterest to showcase product images while sharing their content. And so integrating Pinterest on your website, you'll be able to easily drive traffic from your own web page directly to your Pinterest profile. So you can do other way as well. So from the website traffic, you can also bring them to your pins and show them. And so your leads and customers can begin viewing your content in a few seconds immediately, because you can immediately through the website itself, you can invite them. And the Pinterest widgets, basically there are a huge number of Pinterest widgets are there. And the button you can keep in your website and the interaction in a two ways, from the website as well as in the Pinterest page, and following each other and engaging each other pages is possible. Now there are a few marketing strategies on a Pinterest. Then we'll go to move on to techno. So first is, as I mentioned, you need to sign up for a business account. So never forget it is business account is important for you to promote. Okay. So to market your target audience, you to Pinterest business account. In that, you need to provide you with the access to a lot of Pinterest analytics. These analytics, as I mentioned, are beautiful, and beautiful in the sense you will be able to really understand how many followers are there, how much is the engagement rate, and how many people actually repinned this one, how many people actually commented on it. All the things in detail you'll be able to see. So this is it makes us it's a very convenient to understand, or like we discussed about analytics yesterday, we get a lot of advantage by looking at this part. Okay. And it also provides other features, such as it shows the Pinterest widget and Pinterest tag. We use that one to integrate with your website. Now, if you already have a Pinterest account and want to convert to the Pinterest business account, you can also do that without losing any of your content network. So now you already created a personal account. You want to convert that to the business account, is also possible on it. Okay. So there's an option. You can actually convert that to as a business account. Now, choose the right categories for your content. That's an important part. Use Pinterest, as I mentioned, it is it's a kind of a interest based, and it's basically all the categories of the content is all you need to choose a specific categories to share these your actual content, or real target oriented content. You need to use this one. Okay, so right category, if you don't choose the right category of your business, that may not make algorithm to find exactly for the consumers. So that's the reason when you're choosing a don't just jump and choose a kind of a category. Sometimes you think, okay, I'm under this category. Sometimes you may go through another category. You can see more appropriate category for your this is happening will be there. So that's the reason, choose the right category. Now you can also see that so you can search the specified categories. People search with the categories. So that's the reason you need to have simply the profile is properly done, the categories aspect. So you can see so many categories now. So there is something called popular, that is every month it changes date based on a popularity. And you have a gift, that is a category. There's a video, there's a category, and cars and motorcycle. There's like different categories of your interest. Actually, you can choose on a Pinterest and promote on it. Okay, so the most popular is included is a travel, but now because of COVID-19, it may not be that amazing now. But it was 2019. Pinterest was doing very good with the travel industry, and of course, health and wellness and beauty is also doing very good with the Pinterest. So if you have a niche with the health and wellness and beauty, it is always recommend to use the Pinterest. Okay, and most of the time, use the unique images and videos by using various tools. And similar to other networks, it is actually when you like an Instagram, it's a lot of images and videos, and you need to stand out. So you, instead of copy and message, you wanted to stand out your image. So you need to use something unique. So take out some time to find out the right image to do this one. So it is actually, you can ensure that sharing content in a unique way. that's very important aspect in terms of Pinterest tab. Okay. Now, so do not take it that's very lightly, because the Pinterest algorithm is slightly different from Facebook and Instagram. And plus, it's also the more into search oriented. So it is people when they search on a categories or a content, that gives a different result altogether. I use branded image without faces. That's also one of the things. This was 23% more pins on a platform than others with the faces. These are a few statistics that were exactly Pinterest saying about it. So I recommend to follow that guideline. So you can also create a share of branded videos and promote products and companies. You can also do that one. Okay. Now, 75% of Pinterest users say that they are likely to watch branded videos about topics that interest them. So you can also have a branded videos to promote on it. And pay for Pinterest to promote video feature in so that's a fantastic thing. Actually, it is Pinterest actually give you good with cheaper price and good promotion as well. Now, you can also share images or video that show your products in action videos. And it's a very unique way. Since you practically, if you do, you'll understand this impact as a much better way. Okay. Now, a few things people recommend to say that, so if you have a pin, it's a very beautifully designed pin you might have seen in the Pinterest, and it is don't put a lot of excessive amount of a blank. Recommend to have 30% or less is a blank space, and because so it's a limited post with a small content and with a good image is always makes a sense. It's also same way in the Pinterest perspective. So like we discussed about YouTube, around 11 minutes of the video. You've seen it as a global average of a person watching also YouTube videos have 11 minutes, right? Now, the 11 minutes also has another secret, all of you know, that is the moment YouTube increases the 10 minutes and more the videos, YouTube allow you to fix the more number of ads whenever you want. So you can have a 2 or a 3 or a 4 ads. Otherwise, they'll only allow you 1 ad to make money on it. So that is another reason, actually, they recommended for a length of the videos, 11 minutes. But now when you look at it, is videos, and Pinterest is recommended 30 to 90 seconds. So it's that's usually given a very good response. So when you're creating a video, you need to think about these timings. And so this is a real challenge because if you are using you're coming out of the video, which is basically you also use in YouTube, you also use in TikTok. You're also going to use on a Facebook. So now you cannot make a separate videos for all these platforms. What you had to do as the normal advertisers we do, like you might have seen the commercial TV advertisement. A commercial TV advertisement, they make around 30 seconds to 90 seconds. 90 seconds usually the time, normally the ad they're taken. So in that, again, it's a splitter with the 15 seconds or a 5 to 10 seconds. You might have seen it as various ad. Now, which is even sometimes we see the full ad, not necessary to see the full ad. Sometimes even 15 seconds itself an independent video. Means from the entire stories, another 15 seconds, they show one portion. Then still we convey the product and images. Then maybe another 15, another portion of the 15 seconds. But again, that's just another conveying message. So like you can see some of the brilliant ads, even the 4 portion of it, there's always shown as a 1 portion, each portion it is. Then still the story is conveyed. So this is one of the most difficult part to create this way. So when I was doing a diploma in filmmaking, so one of my dean asked this question to us, which is the most difficult way of conveying the message. So we answered so various things, but he answered this is the most challenging one. So a person we can acknowledge as a filmmaker, a person make a 90 seconds video, and again that can be slipped into 15 seconds each. So you might have seen many of the commercials these days. The YouTube ad people skip it. Even that 6 seconds before you skip it, actually the message can convey the messages. Now, if you continue, usually another 15 seconds, that is conveyed. Now, sometimes prolong the ad. Sometimes you're not skipping. Okay. So it is now the story continue there. So these are the way you need to split the ad and bring it. So it's whether it's a YouTube or Instagram or even to the Pinterest. And the Pinterest again 30 to 90 seconds long. Now actually already proven these are the videos. This makes a much better result there. So in this case, what would we recommend is this 30 to 90 seconds video. You you need to split it into small ones. Same video you can use in YouTube, you can use in Insta, you can use in Facebook, and same video you can also use for promotions with a paid promotion in YouTube. So this is one of the things when you are making a video yourself or you are hiring someone, this portion you need to convey. So usually people ask how many minutes is the video you wanted. You say 30 minutes or 1 minute or 90 minutes. So as it usually in a 15 second, you will not complete a story. You have to show either 45 seconds or that 1 minute. Then its story is conveyed. The problem is people won't watch that much. As you know, you also skip the ad. So at least some portion of the communication should be completed. The person should get either a brand or a message. So for example, I skip before the skipping of YouTube ad, maybe around 5 to 10 seconds, you're able to convey, hey, this is the company, visit my website. Or you have a problem, I have a solution for this. So that short should be the communication. And it should be split with the 15, 30, 45 and 60 things which we do. That's very important to have it, okay? So please take care of this part. I agree, this is quite challenging. It's a very brilliant way of making advertisement, and many company does. Even we think we can actually also come out of this method as well. Okay, so if at all you're outsourcing your work on a video making, you need to put this condition. You say, I want a 90-second video and splittable 15 seconds. I need a script like that. I want a movie like that. Which is to be done. And sometimes it may not get all the time in a proper way. At least the first 15 seconds should have an independent story. Even that 15 seconds, you can 50%, approximately 7 seconds, make sure that is you have an independent story, especially when you're planning to promote through YouTube, because people skip the ad. You know that usually we skip the ad, so the message will not be converted, but around 5 to 10 seconds time is there, it then compulsory has to play. So every consumer who's they will see that part. Okay, so very important to have this is in place. Okay, yeah. Now go to the next part is leveraging the keywords. So make sure that is in the profile you use a keyword. As I mentioned, it is you search any of the long tail keyword of an e-commerce product. I'll guarantee you there will be a Pinterest link comes in immediately. Even the moment you go to the Google image, most of the thing will be from the pin with the long tail keywords. So once you finish your long tail keywords and part of your competition study before you are taking that 11 primary keyword into your basket, from your basket putting to confirm, one of the things you should go to the Pinterest and check your competition there as well. Because Google actually always given importance on an image from the Pinterest. Like a video, Google has a slight partiality with the YouTube. As you know, Google is not very secret because people know it's a Google company. Google and algorithm has a lot of influence on video. So that's the reason YouTube is ranked. Same way, the Pinterest on an image, Google is given a lot of importance. Looks like it's given a lot of importance because most of the time when you search in a long tail keyword, you always get these Pinterest as a result. So that's the reason I would like you to have the normal keyword to be used outside the Google market and inside of the Google market as well. So this organically appearing, this is a very, very important aspect. Okay. And keywords and phrases on Pinterest are related to specific niches being searched by users. That's inside the Pinterest search itself is important. So you make sure that is you have a specific niches and category, as I mentioned, you used on it. Okay. Now, for example, if you say if you're selling it like a travel trolley bag, you want to use as a keyword phrase like a vacation or going on a trip throughout your profile and pins, you can keep using that and it has an impact within the Pinterest and even in the Google search or the search as well. So when the user searches this profile image, there's really automatically your suitcases, your trolleys actually appear in their feeds. Now, some location which you can insert keywords in the Pinterest, which are the things. One is actually bio and profile. When you make your profile, you can have a description about us. It's beautifully you can actually have a Pinterest is done this one. Okay, you can also have something called board titles. You can see the title above. There is, you can have board titles. Is also one of the best way to communicate one. Now board description, and board, when you have a pins, when you create this, a description comes in usually around 5 to 10 lines. So in the board description also you talk about more about these your keywords there. Again, repeat the keywords there to do this one. Okay, and you can also add hashtag to your content. It's very important, which can again can be keywords and phrases to proceed this one. Okay, now you can actually organically market your audience as well. Hashtag on Pinterest works the same way, and they do most other social, like many other social media network. Same method here is also a search friendliness also there. Okay. Now, share your content on other social networks. So now, once you have a Pinterest, you made it beautifully made it. It's important that you to sharing with the other social network of yours, like a Facebook or Instagram and LinkedIn. You can actually share, and it is something that's unique. I think people really appreciate, and you also get a good reach and engagement on it. Okay, so especially the videos and images, you get a lot of viewed, and people also get a lot of followers on this. Okay, now like in Instagram and YouTube, you can actually cross promotion. You can do that. Okay, you can also link your profile to Facebook and Google account, so you can actually promote this one. Okay. Now, follow, engage, and interact with other accounts. As we discussed, you can also other accounts. You can go and users. You can have interaction with them, and you can actually build a good relationship with those accounts, and it's also increases your business. Now, the type of engagement, the potential followers we have. So it's you kind of a loyalty rewards. You can offer them, and you can run a loyalty reward over there. Now, you can build a strong lasting relationship with your target audience. How you do that, and follow the new accounts and user. They have interest related to your work or your business or your product, and follow them, and they appreciate that one, like any other social media. And you can actually repin their pin, and you can repin again and comment on the content, followers and fans. So that really make them loyal to you. Okay. And respond to the messages whenever you come to the Pinterest, and you personalize their experience and make them feel they're heard about it. It's a really good to respond on that. And creating an engagement post that showcases expertise in industry. Teach your followers how to do something on, get them involved in a regular basis. Please do that one as well. Okay. Now, the few social media best practices before we go to the topic. So one is actually Pinterest. So follow some social networking. What you can do this, you can actually engage with them with a regular post and from your account, and you can also avoid blatant promotion or more about you talking. It's not a good idea on a Pinterest, because Pinterest people are looking for a serious content, and which basically talk about your product and services instead of you. So do not do a lot of self-promotion. It's also 70-20-10 principles. Actually, you should follow. Okay. And encourage your followers to feature your brand in their content. This also make them to share like any other thing. So include them as well. Okay. And you can also audience, there is an offer for to do a various kind of price. You can offer to the followers for do something, and make an interaction with them and create your product and branding. Actually, you can create in this around and to promote that as well. Now, you can also offer an audience a discount, and you can also give a coupons as well as details about your latest products and updates, and you can offer that on a Pinterest. So that gives the people following you again, looking for to getting the coupons and vouchers. Okay. Now, important part of the Pinterest is the content. So Pinterest content, why it's important is actually just a pin, like just a pin they're doing. So it is a visual content, and there is a few wordings are added there. So this, if you get it the right thing, it's a fantastic thing. You know why? because people really look in and attracted that because there's a vision, visual image, and there's a content. So this not right like a Facebook we are writing or a blog we are writing is so much of long content. Instead, it's a precise and concise wordings and sentences using. It's important for a Pinterest perspective. Okay. Now, after that, you need to analyze your result on a regular basis. So Pinterest give you, if your business account usually give you good analyze methods, please use that analyzing, and based on the result you're achieving, we need to check it regularly and do that. Okay. Now, if you're putting a lot of effort on a marketing on a Pinterest, so definitely I can assure you that is, if you're an e-commerce company, if you're a product selling company, you're an affiliate company, you definitely get a good result. And if a conversion percentage is from the Pinterest is very high, that's the reason almost all the niche websites on us use a Pinterest. And as I mentioned, it is almost a long tail keyword. It's also ranked with the Pinterest. Also the location based and also ranked. Also the image based, you can also rank it as. So in a way, when you look at it, you have 111 or 101 keywords, which you are doing in SEO 101, or 11 keywords and 90 keywords. You start with 11 pins with your own keywords, and you can actually start coming out. And you can also come out with the other secondary keywords as well for the Pinterest. Okay. Now, when you do especially on a Pinterest marketing, you need to analyze the result on a regular basis, and based on that one, you have to remodify the campaigns and the post and the repin and the your group board and everything. You need to rework on it like any other platform we discussed. Okay. Now, you also track the referral, the traffic you got it, number of engagement you got it, number of leads you got it. So because based on your objectives and goals which you set, which you need to have things in place you need to count that's exact what it is. Okay. Now, Pinterest analytics gives you a fantastic result. It's basically a lot of information on analytics, or a detailed analytics when you compare to many other social media analytics. Now, they will give you about metrics about your profile. So how do you stand with your product and services, and what kind of people are following you, and how much is the engagement? So a very beautifully defined analytics you get from the Pinterest. I'm sure that when we discuss analytics, I told about this portion. So you really get this one. It's much more than the interesting than Google Analytics. Google Analytics more about your website. Here more about your character. I mean more about you as a person, as for a business owner. You get this entire profile in detail. So you can also get a number of people who save your repin and your content, etc. in detail. In the platform metrics to understand how people interact with you in Aya, you also do desktop or a mobile phone, how many people are coming through mobile phone, how many people are coming through desktop. All these details also you'll be able to see, and that people, their characteristics and their strength also they will show. So data about your most popular pins, how many people have seen this post, and how many people pinned it and repinned it, and how many people shared it, and where the action they've taken, etc. You can actually get the details from there. So my advice is to start marketing on a Pinterest. Please never my idea is actually, I know that's not a mainstream like Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and YouTube, but we give it equally important for a Pinterest. So especially we are doing an e-commerce niche-based program, you must have this one. Okay. So you need to build your audience on a Pinterest. You have a good number of audience in the Pinterest. Please create on this. So you can also achieve your goal by following the Pinterest marketing strategies as we discussed now. So please follow all the strategies we discussed. So sign up the business account and create a unique and engaging content, and reach out to your market customers and follow on an interest aspect. Okay. Now, one important thing is actually the Pinterest when we connected with the affiliate mastery. Now, when we discuss affiliate marketing, I want you to go through the affiliate mastery videos. So that's the time when we social media activities we discuss. 2 activities is connected to the Pinterest. One is basically when we discuss social media activities, we discuss one of the major platform should be used as a Pinterest. So now that time we always said as a Pinterest we'll cover later. Now you already know the Pinterest and a business account you open, you follow the rules, follow the strategies which we discussed. Now the strategies which we discussed in the social media activities in the affiliate mastery, you connect with a Pinterest as well. For example, so a couple of strategies we discussed is basically one is 70-20-10 principle. So your pins should be 70-20-10 principle. Those who are not familiar with 70-20-10, or those if you have forgotten about 70-20-10, so they basically you don't talk about all the thing about you, about you have 10 things, 10 pins you are going to do in affiliate. In the Pinterest point of view, 10 pins you are going to do. So 9 pins you'll not talk about you. Okay, 9 pins we talk about. Maybe out of 7, 70-20-10, when you get 7, we talk about indirectly, not directly, nothing to do with our niche, nothing to do with our business. So we talk about a general, interesting topic of your audience, nothing about the business. The 2 posts you may talk about indirectly. So 7 posts is nothing directly with us. Another 2 posts is indirectly connected with us, and 1 post is directly communicating about your products or about your website, etc. This is then the part of affiliate mastery. So I want you to look into in that perspective as well. So I would recommend, now the time has come. I think affiliate mastery we completed in the first month itself. So it's a quite long time ago we discussed affiliate mastery. I would recommend all of you go through for 7 days of that affiliate mastery program, and to conquer or roam again on these points which we discussed, and the time to start now. So we did it on a day 26 to August. So complete notes and recording. I would recommend all of you to watch and utilize this one. Now, I also recommend you to have a YouTube mastery to go through once again, because the part of a social media, now YouTube also we are going to use on a very regular basis. And YouTube, even though we covered the little portion only this time, which the reason we covered only very little, because YouTube mastery, we had 1 full week we spent on it, including first one, we have an 8 session on a YouTube mastery we had done. So Pinterest connecting with affiliate masteries and e-commerce masteries and your SEO mastery. Sorry, I skipped on that one. One SEO to rank in Google, as we discussed about the off-page activities. One of the method must be one of the method must be getting the rank through social media networking. So social media networking, one of the you need to follow these rules of our SEO 101. In that SEO 101, Pinterest you should use to rank on a faster way. Okay, so Pinterest will give you the immediate ranking, as I mentioned, especially through an image. So SEO 101 you should reflect in the Pinterest as well. So social media strategies and SEO strategies are also connected with your affiliate mastery strategies. Same with the YouTube mastery, as we discussed earlier. One of the shortcut we are doing is a YouTube syndication. Once you do YouTube syndications, you need to have all other social medias as well. Not only with the social media as well. That's the reason I want you to start immediately on a YouTube one, because YouTube syndication is actually connected with all your social media profiles. So you need all other social media. What exactly when the processes we do, you have multiple profiles and multiple social media platforms, which actually eventually give an impact in the social media search engine optimization network. So that's one of the reason you need to have a multiple social media account, which is connected to social YouTube mastery. YouTube profile. So in the YouTube profile, the YouTube which you usually share in the Facebook and Insta and in the Pinterest, when you share, this also give you the value. So the YouTube syndication, when we do, all this is interconnected. So which means another way, when you look at it is, this way we can take it an example. You to do a YouTube syndication, of course, you need to have YouTube. And then you have all the social media which rank in the Google first page, like a Facebook and LinkedIn. All the things is important. Then the blog is important. Then sometime in the articles which you published also will carry your your video link or your Pinterest link, or maybe your slide share also carry your YouTube link. Your Wikipedia page also carry your YouTube link. So these two things in the championship period we will be doing in detail about syndication aspect. So that's the reason why before that all the things doing important. So this is also, we had a July 13th to 21st we did this program, and now we also did a 15th to 25th digital mastery notes. So please go through and refer the recording. Okay. Now, we also had a kind of an SEO mastery. Of all of you remember the 3 days we had done an SEO. So SEO mastery perspective also, the social media is important. So now all the things interconnected here. So now only left out is a blog and instant messages, which we cover probably tomorrow or some other day. So it is very important for us to integrate all the things to continue this one. So this also, I would recommend you to go through once again to 23rd to 24th of July. And sorry, July 26th and 27th, and day 23rd and 24th, there's a program. So please make sure that is you go through this notes and recordings. Okay. So any questions on this aspect, you can ask me on this Thursday. By the time we'll also, inshallah, we'll cover blog as well and instant messages. These two things is actually social media, which we have. Now, before I conclude, I'm going to the mastermind. I just wanted to tell you a couple of things more. When come to the championship, like for our website activities or all of the things instantly within 3-4 days we can set up. As you know, social media, when you wanted to have a target audience to be ready, which is you need to start building now itself. That's one of the reason I keep insisting to do a social media. I think I requested you to have a to have a more social media activities to create now, to engage, do. And so when I asked you about the last week, the auditing itself was pending. So please make sure that is you complete in the auditing part, then creating an account and growing your network is important before we move to the next championship aspect. So please do not further delay the time. I think the first week itself, we discussed this point. First week of July, we said silently everybody should do. It is a part-time. Every day, spend 30 minutes to 1 hour to increase the engagement. I don't know how many of you have made progress. The goal which we sent reach out around 10,000. At least 1,000 plus we should have before we start the championship. Okay. So with this note, so we'll end now today. Now I'll move in a couple of minutes from now. I'll join you in this in a mastermind quite some time, maybe another 3 to 4 minutes. I'll join in the mastermind. So we'll have a more discussion there. Okay. Thank you so much, all of you. And I'll see you there in the mastermind. Thank you.